Good morning, everybody. I'm Danielle Knox, and welcome to The Balancing Act. Today, Maureen McCormick is with us to talk about her latest solution to combat weight gain, and a company that certifies women-owned businesses so that they can qualify for even more big money contracts. All that and more today on The Balancing Act. All right, well, you know, more and more women these days are looking at ways to help manage their weight. They really want to eat less, but they don't want to be hungry in the process.
That's right, never hungry. Well, there is, in fact, a dietary supplement that helps people do just that. Here to talk about her personal experience and a low-cost, healthy solution that is working for her is actress, country singer, and Maureen McCormick. And she's most well known for her role as Marcia on The Brady Bunch. Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Maureen, we so appreciate you being here with us this morning, and it is true, Kim, what you said. Most of us across this country know you as Marcia Brady.
That's true.
But you have done so much since then. Talk to me about what you've worked on and what you're working on now.
Well, I recently finished a show called Gone Country, which was on another network. And in it, they brought 6 singers together, and we all had to work with incredible country writers. We got to write a song, which was amazing.
Oh, that's funny.
And we got to perform it, and then a winner was chosen. And then I did another reality show called Celebrity Fit Club.
And which she won, by the way.
I won that, which
Yes,
was very, very exciting. Thank you.
Yeah. How much weight did you lose?
I lost 35 pounds.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
What did you do after the Celebrity Fit Club?
Well, it was hard to maintain and keep off.
Yeah.
And I was working on another reality show where there was a lot of cooking going on, an amazing cook on the show. And it was really hard, and I started, you know, putting back on the pounds. So I wanted to find something that I could take that would be an appetite suppressant, but that was, you know, natural and that wouldn't give me the jitters, and I found SlimShots.
That's how you chose it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, what is it made of?
It's made with oat oil and palm oil, and then it's sweetened with sweeteners, and it tastes like, kind of like rice milk. I think it's so good.
And how many calories?
20 calories for one of these.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Which is incredible.
Yeah.
And I love it because vegetarians and vegans can take it too. So
Here's the other thing that I like about it. You can take it plain, and I know that's how you like to take it, but you can put it in your coffee, you can put it in your yogurt, you can put it in your cereal. So
Yeah.
it really
Slip it in
is
stuff.
Slip it in stuff.
Yeah.
It really is versatile.
Or travel.
Yeah. You can
we
travel
love
with
that.
this little
Yeah.
Travel container.
travel container, and it works in 2 to 3 hours too, right? It starts to work in 2 to 3 hours.
It does, and it works for up to 8 hours. And you eat from like 12.5 up to 30% less,
Oh, that's
which
nice.
is incredible.
And you don't have to keep it in the refrigerator. That's nice.
Yeah, you
Right.
can take it with you all day, keep it in your purse, and just pop it when you want to.
Okay, and how does this work? How does it
How does it make you not eat?
Well, it's kind of difficult to explain, but when you drink it, it goes down to the lower part of the upper intestine, and it triggers a mechanism that tells your brain that you're full and you're satisfied.
Naturally.
Naturally,
Right.
which I
Right.
love.
Yes.
I love that
Yeah.
too.
Yes.
So where can we find SlimShots?
At most retail stores.
Okay, and there's a website?
There's a website. You can go to slimshots.com, and they'll give you ideas on dieting and recipes, and they'll talk to you about their clinical trials. And
Oh, good.
It's great.
A lot
yeah.
of good information. So we appreciate you being here with us this morning, Maureen. And it's so funny for
Thank
those of
you.
you out there. Every time I look at this beautiful lady, I think, I'm here
Marcia,
with
Marcia.
Marcia Brady.
Do you really?
Marcia, I
You're
do.
funny.
But you're delightful and still just as beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well,
Thanks a lot.
thank you. Coming up next, more about the resurgence of a potentially deadly disease for infants that you really need to know about. Well, pertussis, also known as whooping cough, is an infectious bacterial disease that causes uncontrollable coughing. Now, the name comes from the noise you make when you take a breath after a string of coughing. Anyone can get and spread whooping cough, and when the source of pertussis has been identified, it was found that family members were more likely to transmit pertussis to their own children. The disease is more common in infants and children for whom it is most dangerous and potentially deadly. Coughing spells, in fact, can be so bad that it's really hard for the infants to breathe, to eat, or even drink. Dr. David Johnson is here with us this morning to talk more about pertussis disease prevention. Dr. Johnson, thank you for being with us. You know, for me, I hadn't heard about whooping cough or pertussis in at least, gosh, the last 20 years or so. Is it contagious? How is it spread?
Well, pertussis or whooping cough is highly contagious, and it's spread by droplets from the nose or throat. So a simple sneeze or a cough or even talking up close can expose someone. You know, when we're able to identify the source for babies who get pertussis, we find that about 75% of the time it's a family member, and 50% of the time or so, it's the parents themselves who transmit pertussis to their babies.
And so how do we know what the symptoms are?
Well, the symptoms, this is a problem, they can be very mild in adults and kind of resemble a common cold. They may not know that they have pertussis and that they can transmit pertussis to others. So those mild symptoms are sneezing and runny nose and maybe a low fever and an occasional minor cough. Sometimes the symptoms progress, become much more severe, including this more violent kind of coughing that can actually lead to vomiting or hernias or even cracked ribs.
Oh, wow. So we know that it can resemble a common cold, but we also know it can be very deadly for infants, can it not?
Yes, particularly for infants, for young infants, those that haven't received their primary series of vaccinations.
So under about, what, 6 months of age?
Yeah, these
or so?
vaccinations go from 2 months, these primary vaccinations go from 2 months through about 6 months of age. And the infants that haven't received those yet are particularly vulnerable to pertussis.
You know, it's so interesting to me because we see that this disease is making a comeback now, but so many other childhood diseases have been nearly eliminated by vaccinations. Why pertussis? Why now?
Yes, well, vaccines have helped. The infant and childhood vaccines that we've had for a number of years have helped to lower the number of cases of pertussis. But, you know, those vaccines wear off, so that even if we got vaccinated against pertussis as children, 5 to 10 years later, that immunity has gone away.
Adults wouldn't even realize that, I don't think. I don't
That's
think
right.
they think about the fact that they need vaccinations against pertussis, especially, you know, over the age of, what, 18?
Well, that's right. And so many adults don't keep up with the vaccines that they need. We've got a relatively new vaccine, only several years it's been around, a tetanus, diphtheria, acellular pertussis vaccine specifically for adolescents and adults, the so-called Tdap vaccine. Adolescents and adults can get this, prevent themselves from getting pertussis, and if they don't get pertussis, they won't spread it to infants or others who are vulnerable.
So talk to me a little more about how we can protect our babies.
Vaccination really is the key. The CDC recommends that all adolescents and adults 11 through 64 years of age get vaccinated, especially if they're going to have contact with infants.
If we want to find out more information about pertussis, where can we do that?
There's a great educational website, www.doitforyourbaby.com. You can go there. You can actually hear the sounds of pertussis or whooping cough on that website.
Now, does that sound different than what a common cough would sound like?
Oh, it does.
Okay.
It's a very distinctive cough in many of the younger children who get pertussis, a very distinctive cough and that whooping sound when they try to breathe back in.
All right, doctor, wonderful advice, especially for those of us who do everything we can to protect our babies. We appreciate you being here with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Freshman year is stressful enough without worrying about gaining the freshman 15 or 20. And hey, I don't want to stop fitting into my skinny jeans, so I'm trying to avoid the midnight pizzas by the study room and all those fries in the cafeteria. So I'm taking my mom's advice. She says that by making healthy food choices, I can avoid the extra pounds.
Well, there are 7.7 million women-owned businesses here in the United States, employing more than 7.1 million people and generating over $1 trillion in sales every year, Kim.
And despite these impressive numbers, less than 5% of corporate contracts in the United States go to independently women-owned businesses.
Isn't that interesting? And so, you know, in order to address this vast disparity, the Women's Business Council Southwest, aka the WBCS, was organized to help women certify their businesses. And this really is an important step that will allow them to compete for corporate and governmental contracts.
And we would like at this time to welcome Debbie Hurst. She's president of the WBCS. Welcome. And Gail Warrior-Lawrence, owner of the Warrior Group. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for being with us here this morning on The Balancing Act. Ladies, why is WBE certification so important?
Well, in order for women-owned businesses to access corporate supplier diversity programs, they need to be certified. And so that's where we come in.
Well, how do you certify, though?
Well, we do a third-party review of the structure of their business to determine that they're at least 51% owned, operated, and controlled by women.
What is, I guess, the bottom line value for businesses who want to do business with women-owned operations? What's the value for corporations?
Corporations understand that women make the vast majority of purchasing decisions in this country, so they're their customer. They need to be investing in their customer, doing business with their customers. And women-owned businesses are over half of all small businesses. So it's a bottom-line value proposition for corporations.
Like Gail here, right? You're a woman-owned business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about that. I know that you're in construction, which typically is not, you know, a traditional woman-owned business, but how has the certification benefited you?
Certification for us has been a great tool and resource to provide us access to key decision makers in corporations. It's also a great way to build relationships with other women business owners in regards to building relationships, joint ventures, and teaming arrangements.
And how does that what happens when you're certified? What would a woman's corporation expect?
Once you get certified, you have the ability to connect with corporations, connect with other WBEs. You have the access to through education. The Women's Business Council provides a host of different events where you get education in regards to different topics. Then you also have an opportunity to advertise done deals that are being done between corporations and other women business enterprises.
You know, I think one of the things that struck me is what are some of the other corporations and partners, though, involved in the WBCS?
Well, we have over 80 corporate members in our council. Across the country, there are thousands of corporations. The vast majority of all Fortune 500 corporations care about doing business with women-owned businesses and are involved.
That's very important, don't you think?
Absolutely. No, that's a great point. Yeah. Are all industries represented, or is it just certain industries like construction?
Oh, no. All industries are represented. Women-owned businesses are in virtually every industry. So that is the other reason that makes them attractive to corporate supplier programs.
Well, a lot of great information, ladies, but I'm sure people watching are going to want to know more information. Where do they go?
Go to our website at wbcsouthwest.org, and you'll find everything you need to know about how to get certified and who's involved.
We will be there. Thank you, ladies.
We're women.
We're girls. So Kim's logging on right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Up next, Ivy Larson discusses the importance of balancing carbs, fats, and proteins.
That's right. We'll help keep you balanced in every meal you eat.
Good morning. Today, as part of the 10-week Balancing Act Lifestyle Makeover, we're going to talk more about getting fitter, firmer, faster, specifically by adding interval training to your workouts. Now, interval training consists of alternating between short bursts of intense cardio exercise that really gets your heart pumping, followed by recovery periods where you slow down and take a breather. And this type of training actually burns 3 times as much fat as doing steady-state cardio, such as walking or biking at a consistent speed. Now, interval training is so effective at burning fat for 2 reasons. First of all, it's going to increase something called EPOC, which stands for excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. And this is actually going to increase your resting metabolism for up to 48 hours after your workout. And second of all, interval training is also going to increase your aerobic capacity, which is your body's ability to process oxygen. And the more oxygen you can train yourself to consume, then the more calories and the more fat you're going to burn. Now, there's 2 ways you can do interval training without having to join a gym and without having to invest in fancy equipment. You can first just go outside and do an interval training workout where you're alternating between doing short 1-minute fast sprints or power walking blasts, followed by 1 minute of recovery with a moderate speed walking or a light jog. Or you can mix in interval training cardio bursts into your resistance training workouts. You're going to get a stopwatch and you're going to do each cardio burst or cardio blast for 1 minute, followed by a strength training exercise,
such as bicep curls or squats. So here's a few cardio bursts or cardio blasts you can do at home. Now you're going to want to do each one for a minute. Now jumping rope is actually a great exercise. It's surprisingly low impact, and you only have to jump about a ½ an inch off the ground. It's definitely going to get your heart rate up. Another great one, grabbing light weights, and you're going to step side to side. You're moving your upper body and your lower body simultaneously. You can do upright rows, you can do bicep curls, or you can eliminate the arms altogether and just jumping side to side. Another great one is alternating punches with alternating knee lifts. You're working your upper body, you're working your core muscles. These exercises are really going to increase your aerobic capacity. And another great one, using a medicine ball. It's a 4-pound ball. You're stepping side to side and adding a little throw. And you're going to do this for, again, 1 whole minute. You're working your arms and you're working your legs. And then the final exercise, you're going to march in for 4 steps and then jumping 1, 2, 3, 4. And by adding the jumps, you're actually training fast twitch muscle fibers, which are super fast at burning fat. Okay, these moves are definitely going to get your heart pumping and your metabolism revved. If you do these with some strength training moves, just 30 minutes, 3 days a week, you're guaranteed to get fitter, firmer, faster in no time. That wraps things up for today, but please join me next time when I talk about the Fit Body Plate and how to boost nutrition while still losing weight without feeling hungry. See you then.
It's never too early to start teaching your children about personal safety. Parents, be sure to share this important tip from the safe side with your kids. Never talk to don't knows unless your safe side adult is with you. Stay tuned for more tips from the safe side.
Coming up, give your kids a safe, healthy, and productive start for their college year by simply clicking a button. We'll tell you how.
My major is biology.
I'm studying electrical engineering.
I kind of go out with my friends, and this weekend I went shopping with that money.
I try to, but it's not that easy.
No, not quite. Not like I should be.
College students don't always spend their money in the wisest of ways.
Oh my goodness, that is so true, because I tell you what, freshmen and women, fresh women, it's funny but true. You know, a lot of kids do, they leave home and they just don't have a clue about all the stuff that they'll need to survive their first year of college at a dorm.
Not a clue. And we'd like to welcome today Samantha Sake-Miller with ReadyU.com, a new online brand specifically designed to help parents get their kids' college career off to a safe and productive start. She's here to share some convenient solutions that will give moms some peace of mind as they send your babies off to college.
The babies, and it's true. Even when you're 18, you're still a baby in a lot of ways, because, you know, you may not necessarily know what you need in terms of washing your clothes and your hair and all of these, you know, things that you need in terms of a care package that ReadyU.com offers. Tell us about this, because I think it's such a wonderful idea, Samantha.
Yeah, well, at ReadyU, we offer the convenience of mom being able to pick the products that are right for their kids, because we know that kids, they just expect the products to magically be there. When they're at home, they just show up all the time.
That's because they're magically there at home.
Yeah, they're magically there at home. So we also offer really practical advice, though, for kids, and back to Laundry 101, Freshman 15, how to prevent that, things like that, how to keep healthy during exam season.
Well, you've got several different kinds of care packages, both for the girls and the guys. You've got for hygiene in the shower, that sort of thing. You've got for
wellness,
flu season, that sort of thing. You know, for the guys, shaving cream.
Guy essentials, absolutely.
We've
got
that.
guy stuff. We've got the
laundry basket or the care package here, which is terrific.
Absolutely. We really tried to make sure we got all the bases covered here with the guy stuff and the beauty essentials. And then, of course, just a care package even for kids, even in thinking ahead that they might get sick during exam season and things like that.
Okay. Well, we've sent a couple of care packages off to some freshmen. So let's check out what they had to say.
The people from ReadyU have sent you this special gift.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. I don't really think about like everything I need when I go shopping, so.
Oh wow, thank you so much.
Oh, awesome. Oh yeah, this is a big help.
All right, well, thank you very much.
How much? The whole thing? The whole box?
The whole thing.
That's a lot of stuff. Thank you so much.
Oh, they liked it. I think they really liked it.
I think I would too.
Me too. And you know what? And I think moms really love it because they're still able to send a care package and show their kids, listen, I love you, you know, in the form of wash your hands with these different kinds of care packages they offer. So I think for moms, it's extremely convenient, but it's also a way to show, listen, I care about you even though you're away at college.
Absolutely. And they can include that personal note as well.
So Samantha, where can we go to find information on how to order one of these care packages?
You can log on to www.readyu.com. There you can pick the kit that's perfect for you, and you can include a personalized note, and you can even sign up to have replenishment so the products keep coming over and over when the kids run out.
But Samantha, we appreciate you being here with us. It's a great idea, isn't it?
Terrific. Love it.
Thank you.
Here's an embarrassing moment. I'm talking to this really cute girl. She asked me where Physics 101 is, so I extend my arm and point to the building across the street. Well, it so happens that I kind of forgot to put deodorant on. Yeah, because I didn't have any, so now every time she sees me, she avoids me. Not cool, Mom. Nobody wants to be known as the pit stain guy.
I'm Danielle Knox, and thank you for joining me this morning on The Balancing Act. You know, it's not easy for us women to juggle and manage our lives between career, financial matters, home, family, and of course our health. The Balancing Act is here to help you every weekday right here on Lifetime Television. So don't miss our next show full of inspiring ideas and innovative products that can help every woman. We'll see you then.
Air travel for The Balancing Act provided by Southwest Airlines.